Coming this fall, The Avengers presents The Defenders. What's better than one show about a superhero that sometimes does good? A show with four superheroes that do three-fourths of good, one-fourth and not so good. Starring Daredevil, the blind ninja man who fights real ninjas. It looks like a devil. Jessica Jones, the mean girl on the block that steals your money, but she gets the bad guy. But she's still mean to you, so it's not really that great of a trade. Also, a lot of people died because she was not very smart. Luke Cage, the delicious chocolate man who protects people and is indestructible. All the ladies want him, 'cause he's Luke Cage. And Iron Fist, the man with a glow stick everywhere he goes, and whose fist bumps can kill you. And also, he's from another dimension, but not really another dimension. Also, another Batman ripoff, because he's a millionaire who had his parents die. Whoop-de-doo. His story's not that original. The Defenders, coming to you this fall, August.
I just thought of something with Iron Fist. It'd be really funny if they're like, dude, you don't have Iron Fist. You just have a really bad case of lupus, man. Because of the yellow. Sorry if anyone has lupus out there, but that's the first thing I thought of.
It's pretty funny to us because we don't. Boom!
Yeah. Defenders.
I'm sorry. Before we started filming, like I was looking at the email that he sent me, and I saw that like we were going to talk about the Defenders, and I just started like going with it. And today is the Defenders. And there were like 3 different iterations of that. 2 of them I couldn't use because of
our standards.
We like
and
to
practices.
be clean. Yes. They weren't too bad, but still, it's not that great. So, but I as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm really excited for it, but I want to do it in the voice of someone who could care less about this.
Yeah. So, off the funniness of this, let's actually talk about the full trailer for the Defenders. It looks really cool. This is kind of, I don't think we've had something like this before, where it's basically what they did with the Avengers, right? We had Iron Man 1, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and then the first Avengers movie. With this, we had Daredevil Season 1, Daredevil Season 2, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and now Defenders. So they're pretty much doing the exact same pattern that they did Phase 1 of the Marvel movies with, but with the series. So I think it's a really neat idea. I'm glad that Danny Rand got a haircut, because the palm tree head was really driving me crazy. Did you finish Iron Fist, by the way?
I think I'm still in episode 8 or 9.
Okay. Well, his short hair is definitely new here. And of course, the one thing about the trailer that kind of made me groan a little bit was, of course, you're going to have a fight between Danny and Luke. Just because it seems like you can't have 2 superheroes meet without them having a fight that's all one big misunderstanding. They even had like the nurse in there. I still don't know her name.
I just call her Night Nurse.
Night Nurse. We'll
Yeah.
go with Night Nurse. She even says the line like, "You guys are on the same team." That was, I think, the only like, to me, like, cringe-worthy moment of the trailer, because I'm like, okay, I'm sure the fight's going to be cool, but it's kind of like it's a really tired trope in comic books. Whenever 2 heroes meet, we have to like have fan service and have them fight each other over something stupid. So it looks like we're going to have that at least in one of the episodes.
I liked the interaction between them. just the fist, like he originally, like I think he kicked him and like it did nothing. He was like,
and he just
what?
like throws him onto the floor.
Yeah, Luke Cage is like,
yeah,
what's wrong with you? And then he charged up his fist and like punched him and like the cool like jaw like.
Yeah, it'll be a cool fight, I'm sure. And the thing about Luke Cage and Iron Fist is they're very good friends in the comics. Like if any two heroes team up the most in Marvel, it's those two.
Yeah.
And it's just, I guess it's something about their personalities that meshes really well, and I don't know how they're going to work that in. We may not even see it in the first season of Defenders, because I'm sure it's going to be like the Avengers, where just every couple of years we have another season where they team up. But I'm looking forward to it. Oh gosh, there's this one really cool scene, and I'm glad they didn't show this too much, but there's like a hallway fight scene.
All four of them. It kind of looked like that really long shot of Daredevil.
Right. So it looks like the fight choreographer, or maybe the fight choreography team that they used in Daredevil is going to be working on this.
Which I did everything in the most like weird way possible. I watched Luke Cage, then I watched Jessica Jones, then I watched Daredevil. No, then I started watching the Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And then like halfway through, my roommates got upset with me because like we were all kind of watching it as like an apartment, and then they got upset because I was watching without them. It was like, stop having, school or as much school as I did. So then I went to Daredevil and I watched like season 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I still need to finish the Iron Fist, but like that fight scene, I had a lot of people like talk to me about like, you need to watch it just for that. That was a really cool scene. And to have like all four of them kind of do the same thing would be really cool, especially because like Iron Fist kind of dropped the ball. At least in my opinion, I didn't really like the fight scenes in it, which
they weren't as good as, say, Daredevil.
No, which really surprised me because like I thought Jessica Jones had like the worst fight scenes until I watched the Iron Fist, and I was like, This makes me think of Power Rangers. I don't know if you... I'm gonna assume that they just kind of wanted to make the Iron Fist season 1. I don't think they'll be doing season 2s of like any of their separate shows. Maybe after they make like the first season of Defenders.
Oh yeah,
but
I think so.
I felt like this was kind of like the Thor, like the first Thor movie, where it's like we just need to introduce the character, then we can make Avengers. I feel like it was kind of like that. Just
like everyone's waiting for Defenders. Let's just kind of get this out of the way.
Yeah, that to me makes the most sense.
Maybe. I think. I just think they had a different team do Iron Fist than has been involved in any of the other Marvel shows so far on Netflix. I mean, each of the shows have had their highs and their lows. It wasn't so much the fights that I was disappointed, like the choreography that wasn't that great to me. It was more like when he goes to, fight in, it wasn't really a tournament, but it was like a series of fights that he had to engage in. Like all the dialogue in that was just, like you said, it was kind of like an episode of Power Rangers. It was just kind of, it was hammy. It was like them constantly trying to just like sow these like seeds of doubt in him. It's just like,
he had
if
to
this were
learn the
Daredevil,
lesson.
we wouldn't be having these stupid conversations. They would just be trying to kill each other.
Yeah, but he had to learn a lesson in each fight.
Yeah.
From his master.
Yeah. And yeah. Iron Fist, I would definitely say it's not that good compared to the other Marvel films. It's still pretty, or Marvel shows, I should say. It's still pretty good in its own right. Just don't have as high of it. Don't expect this to be another Daredevil, because it's not going to live up to that at all.
And I guess that's kind of like the
villains aren't even that good in it.
No, because it's just reused villains. It's just like, hey, remember the cool like League of Underground villains from Daredevil?
Yeah, they're back.
Here's one of them.
Here's one of them.
Here you go.
And he's going to deliver all of his lines like a bad guy, not bad guy, but bad guy.
Which I had such high hopes for the Iron Fist because like him and Daredevil I knew existed in the Marvel universe. I wasn't like super interested in Daredevil.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. No one is.
Yeah, yeah, he's clearly the weakest. I don't know why. I guess it was just because like I had a bunch of things that I was like already like watching and into. It was like I didn't want to get into Daredevil, and then I did. Iron Fist, like at least in like cartoons, he's just a cool character.
Yeah,
like he dresses like I don't know. He looks like a wrestler to me.
With the really flashy like half monk kind of outfit.
Yeah, and it kind of works. It looks cool. But then I have to admit, Luke Cage, I think is my favorite series out of all of them, just because I like the character, I like the way that they did the fights, and I absolutely loved the music in that show.
The music was really good. I felt like the second half of the show, things just kind of got too comic booky when Copperhead finally shows up. Like a lot of his lines were just like, okay, this seems like it's ripped straight off of a comic book panel. So that was a disappointment. What I have to ask you about now that you've seen some of these Marvel shows, what do you think of Foggy in Daredevil?
I really enjoyed him.
I hate him.
Really?
I think that actor is terrible. I don't think he can act. When he's trying to be funny, I can tell he's acting trying to be funny. And then when he's like dramatic, he's like way over the top dramatic. Like,
when he's like angry?
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen The Butterfly Effect?
No.
He's in that movie with Ashton Kutcher, plays the exact same character, and I haven't seen him do anything else.
I actually have. He was in an episode of Psych. If you've heard of that show.
Yeah, I have, but I've never really. I've just watched snippets here and there.
He was kind of like a sarcastic funny. Turns out he was the murderer.
I can't stand him. I honestly, like, if they want to kill off any character in the universe, he can go. Like, I will not shed any tears if he dies.
You're the first person.
I can't stand Foggy at all.
You're the first person I've heard say that.
And I hope he's not in Defenders. That will be the low point of the show if he shows up.
Just like the Avengers again.
Hey guys, why are y'all hanging around? Thinking of my next line. Oh, that's it. I'm going to say something funny about beer. He's just... he makes me cringe.
Maybe one of the reasons I kind of like him is just he reminded me a lot of Ethan. Ethan has a lot of kind of like that, just kind of like that quick, not really witty, kind of like stupid humor, but then just like the look on his face afterwards, just that's what makes you laugh. Except like I kind of thought that some of the stuff that he said was kind of funny. And I don't know, there wasn't the whole show was like really serious, and like he was the only comical relief at some points. When things started getting like really serious and like aggressive between him and Matt, I kind of like...
He gets old really quick.
Yeah.
I really think he does. And oh my goodness, get over the fact that he didn't tell you that he was Daredevil. Just get over it, dude.
I don't think he'll be in the Defenders just because like it seems like he's leaving. Because like he doesn't...
Yeah.
He has... I don't know if he still has anything against Matt, but it's like as far as like working with him goes, he doesn't seem to trust him all that much.
He's just He's an unnecessary character. He doesn't add anything to the show
If
at
I
all.
had to add any of them, I don't know. I kind of want the the guy who looks like the Weeknd from Jessica Jones.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I'm not joking when I said this. There were like near the end of the show, it got to the point where like I didn't care about Jessica Jones. I cared more about him than I did her, just because like there were so many times where she should have killed him, and she's like, "No, I can't. It's wrong." Like, do you know who you are? Kill him. You know what he is. You know what he's capable of. At one point, it's like, you got the footage you need.
Yeah.
Like, and he killed like half of the people who were trying to interrogate him.
Jessica Jones, its weakness was it went on too long. It like went into this weird phase of let's try and get you to sympathize with the Purple Man. Nah, just kidding. He's evil. Go ahead and kill him, Jessica. Like it was just kind of like that.
But
you know?
Yeah, and it did so many times. Like, look, either kill him or stop worrying about it.
Yeah.
Because there are too many times where you've had the opportunity to kill him and you just didn't.
And it just kept happening like that.
So it was like, there were times where in the show, I was like, I didn't know if that dude was going to die. I was like, oh, don't kill him. Please don't kill him. He's the only one I care about. Don't do it. And I have to say, I think the Purple Man might be like my favorite villain.
Oh, definitely.
Out of all like the shows, just because like he's one of those villains that just like he's just bad. He's just a bad dude.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't monologue for very long, and if he does, he knows he's gonna get away with it. It's not one of those things where it's like he's super overconfident about like he's like, oh, I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna die. It's like he just kills.
And it's like, and with his power being able to like influence people, like even when he tries to not use it, he's just like, no, I don't have the patience for it. You do this.
I think one of the best parts was when like his parents were apologizing. He's like, Mom, cut, like stab yourself. He's like, Dad, cut your heart out. I was like, this guy's so brutal.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was
such
good.
a sucker
that
for a
was
good villain.
But yeah, Defenders, it's probably going to be it's probably going to kind of be like the Avengers was, where it's not going to like feel like any of them individually. Like it's definitely going to have its own kind of rhythm or feel to it. Which, you know, if you've only watched one of these shows on Netflix and you just want to watch Defenders to see that show's character, how this is probably going to work out is you're probably not going to like it, I would say. If you have watched all of these and you're genuinely interested in all the different storylines coming together, you're going to love it, I think. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be watching it on day one. I have my calendar cleared in August for my streaming schedule.
Also, didn't they say they were going to release a Punisher series during the summer?
Yes. I don't know if it's being released in the summer. There are a lot of hints flying around that the Punisher will show up.
I think I saw something that like the Punisher's coming to Netflix like pretty soon, either like this summer or the fall.
Well, it's definitely going to be after Defenders. And Defenders streams in August. So it's probably going to be fall. That's probably going to be the very next series that drops. So
can't wait to say Shang kill more people.